Yeah, yeah, again, you mentioned something that's pretty interesting with Lencioni's book, The Five Dysfunctions of a Team. The first dysfunction is an absence of trust. And there's a nice book that I love. It's called Trust and Betrayal in the Workplace, and it feeds off of that. And the main saying in that book is trust begets trust, and trust begins with you. And the leaders often lament that their subordinates or their people that follow them do not trust them. And the main concept in the book is, do they know you trust them? And that's the thing. You need to give that trust to your employees. And I love what Anthony said earlier is that, you know what, my dad had the same saying, you know, you'll always get a free pass if you can tell me you thought it was right for the client. If you did something, you thought it was right for the client, that's part of what I call my 4 E's of engagement, education, empowerment, and enablement. We need to enable our people to execute and enjoy what they do. One thing that is unique, my dad, he was our tiebreaker. You had 2 and 2, we have, or 1 and 1, we have 4, so there could be 2 and 2. And we're sitting around one day, and my dad was put in the position of being a tiebreaker, and he stopped and he looked up. He says, guys, at 82 years old, the last effing thing I want to be is the tiebreaker with you. I don't want half of you being unhappy with me and the other half being okay with me. He says, you're going to have to decide something else. So we went to a unanimous only rule that we have to unanimously agree, and somebody's going to have to give. So it was the funniest thing too. We all just kind of laughed and we said, yeah, you're right. At this point, you've spent your whole life breaking up battles between 4 boys. We're not going to take you into that place anymore. But we did go with the unanimous rule. We had some tough times. Luckily, as a company, we've never lost money as a company. So the financial stress is there, but being in different positions in the company and doing different things, it wasn't co-CEOs. And I've never been a fan of that. And personally, I mean, maybe I'm probably wrong in that, but I always said, oh, okay, somebody couldn't get along with somebody else being the CEO. So that's why they made them both CEOs. And I bring that up in one of my keynotes that I do. But we've had our battles. The thing that we always say, though, is that you never bring them to work. We could be fighting. We never have a board meeting in these 4 walls. We never have a discussion about ownership issues. We'll meet over at Bill Grace. We used to meet at Mario's. We used to, do little things like that outside of here, because the last thing you want is your employees looking at an argument between the owners and wondering, am I safe? And that safety is a main thing. And there's one philosophy that our leadership team had drilled into their head, and it's called it's showtime. When you get out of the truck or the car in the morning, it's showtime. And even before that, it's showtime. Nobody cares if you had a bad drive into work or if you had a fight with somebody. They only care, really, they should only care about how they're going to be treated and how they're going to conduct their day in your company. So that's something I learned from a guy named Michael Palumbos, who was a speaker. I belong to Vistage, which is a great organization, and that's kind of my outside board of directors to keep me centered and, sometimes slap me upside the head on things that I'm going awry.